So he ran forward, luring the monster to attack him. The next morning, everyone waited at the gate. When no miracle appeared, they all lost hope. Only Chunk stayed there refusing to accept reality. And just then, a blonde suddenly shouted in shock. Thomas and Miho had returned with Old Black, completely unharmed. Yet because of the rules, no one even dared help. They could only stretch out their arms to catch the unconscious Old Black. When they learned Thomas had killed a monster, everyone was stunned. But what they didn't expect was, even though Thomas made huge contributions, Gally, the third leader, still insisted on punishing him for breaking the rules, saying ever since Thomas arrived, the maze had been acting strange. First the runner was stunned during the day, then Old Black, now a monster was killed. Who knew what consequences this would bring? After he said this, most people felt it was unfair, and with the second leader and Miho defending him, Gally had no choice. And at that moment, the elevator alarm suddenly sounded outside. Everyone was confused, because only 4 days had passed since the last supply drop. They opened the cage, but inside was only a woman. Before anyone could celebrate, the second leader found a note in her hand, saying this was the last person, meaning no more supplies would come. Everyone stared at each other. Only Thomas showed a subtle panic after seeing the woman's face. The next second, after saying that she fainted again, but her words echoed in everyone's mind, Thomas became the prime suspect.
You still think I'm overreacting?
Whether he was paranoid didn't matter. What mattered was the supplies were gone, and there was no way out. How were they supposed to survive? Thomas suddenly remembered. The monster from last night seemed brainless, yet knew the maze extremely well. Perhaps clues to escape were on the monster, so he turned to go back into the maze. Miho tried to stop him, but after hearing his reasoning, felt it made sense, and helped gather 3 brave runners to go with them. After circling inside, they reached the corpse. Thomas immediately noticed the flashing red light in the middle. After pulling off the remains, Miho found a metal device inside the monster, with the number 7 on it. It looked familiar. After thinking, Miho realized something. He reported their findings to the second leader, then brought Thomas to his secret base. Inside was a detailed 3D model of the maze. Turns out long ago, Miho had traveled through the entire maze, and learned all its patterns, knowing there was no exit. The only reason he still ran every day, was because he and Old Black didn't want everyone losing hope. But the number 7 on the device, made him truly see hope, because from what he knew, the maze was divided into 8 zones. Each night one of them would open, changing the structure, and the day Thomas killed the monster, was the day Zone 7 opened. So Miho suspected, the monster came from Zone 7. If it could come in, then it might also be the way out. So they decided to investigate the next day. But the next moment, 2 companions rushed in, saying the girl had woken up, having lost her memory. She rejected everyone, so Thomas had to shout his name. Only then did she calm down, and allowed him to climb the watchtower. Everyone thought Thomas was getting lucky, but the moment he climbed up, he faced a machete. Even stranger, she only remembered his name, but didn't recognize him. The only thing they shared was the same dream. Thomas had dreamed of being in a lab, lying on an operating table next to a woman, which was now Teresa.